There's guys out there who focus on perfection when it comes to this fitness game. Oh, you can't eat carbs after 7 p.m., bro. Oh, as soon as you eat white rice, it turns into sugar in the body, bro. And these guys, you look at them, maybe 2, 3 years later, and they've made no progress on their fitness journey. Whereas there's other guys out there who focus on the macro, right? They work hard and they achieve their goal physique in no time. I'm going to talk about the difference here specifically. I'm going to talk about how I would train if I was to start over from scratch, right? And I'm telling you, this fitness stuff is a lot simpler than it looks. Without further ado, let's dive into it. I remember clearly, I was at my college, right? I'm with my friend who got me into lifting, and we're walking to the gym across from our college, right? And he's with his girlfriend, so they go off into the squat rack, and I go to the dumbbell rack. And I didn't really know what to do, so I just like picked up some dumbbells, did like some chest presses, some bicep curls, did that for 20 minutes, and then bounced, right? And part of the issue here was, I struggle with anxiety. I struggled with anxiety back then, a lot more back then, less so now, but I still struggle with it. So I didn't really want to look like an idiot, right? So I just like stuck to things I knew how to do, the safe exercise, if you will, right? And I didn't track a single exercise. I didn't, like, when I went into the gym, I didn't know what the hell I was going to do, right? And I stayed there for 20 minutes, came back. And even other exercises I did, like say it was like a workout day for me, I'd just like go into my basement, like do a little bit of cardio or like punch a punching bag or go play basketball. I was just doing these random things. And for the most part, I was just doing cardio because I wanted abs so bad. I was like, oh, I want abs, That's all I cared about. So I was just doing all this cardio, even despite the fact I was already underweight for my height, right? So long and short of it, I had no idea what I was doing on the workout side. And this leads me to point number one. We must know what we're doing when we get into the gym, and we must be tracking and progressing week by week by week, right? Progressive overload is a major key. So as far as picking a workout program, honestly, don't overcomplicate it. Just Google like beginner bodybuilding workout program, find one that has a progression scheme, and then follow that. As a beginner, you'll make gains on almost any program, right? So this will be just fine. If you really don't know which program to pick, I'm going to leave one in the description, which I think is solid. If you follow that, I guarantee you will make gains, right? Now, part of the issue here is these people will say, oh, you don't need any of this stuff, bro. I just go to the gym and I just lift, bro, and I eat my mom's cooking, bro, and I look great, bro. Like, no, take that thought, throw out the window, all right? We don't listen to those people. These people put a train of thought on us that will not serve us whatsoever, right? Look, maybe some people can get away with doing that, either because of genetics or other factors. But we're trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible, as simply as possible, and as reliably as possible. And the only way we know how to do that is to track and progress week by week by week. So again, track your lifts, make sure you're progressing week by week by week. You won't be able to progress every week, of course, but aim to progress every single week, right? Now, the next thing I remember is, again, I'm at the same college and I'm walking to the bus stop. I sit down on the bench and my friend, same friend, is sitting beside me. And I look at his hand and he has I believe it was either a McDouble or a junior chicken in his hand. And he's like eating away at it, right? And my mind is blown. I'm like, what the, because at that point, I was like a frail, weak looking kid, right? Like if you saw me, you'd be like, bro, you haven't seen the inside of a gym probably ever, right? And I was on the diet side. I was like restricting myself so much. I was only eating like dark chocolate, and I was following like these health trends where they would say online, oh, eat chia seeds to boost your metabolism. So I'd be like eating chia seeds and all this shit. So I was restricting myself probably more than he was. And he looked phenomenal. He was like one of the most aesthetic looking guys in our whole college, right? This leads me to the second point I'm trying to make. Learn about this calories and macro stuff, right? And this calorie macro stuff, I could create a whole video on just this topic, right? And I probably will. So I'll try to just summarize it, right? Which is, on the calorie side, if you're bulking, you just got to eat more calories than you burn. If you're trying to lose weight, you got to eat less calories than you burn. And on the macro side, you just got to make sure you're eating enough carbs, fat, and protein. Now, that didn't do the whole topic justice whatsoever, so I'm going to leave a link in the description of another guide that covers basically everything that I'm going to cover in my video about calories and macros, right? It hits everything A to Z. It's literally all you need to know to get started, right? All you need to know to get started. So take that and really apply that advice. What that's going to teach you is it's going to teach you how you can fit this fitness stuff into your life in a sustainable way. Because what I was doing wasn't sustainable. And I would have like binge eating episodes all the time where, because I was restricting myself so much, I'd have like days where I just ordered like a large pizza to myself and a whole bunch of like wings or whatever it may be. Right. And especially when I was going like super strict, like eating chicken, rice, broccoli all day and all these things, I could stick with that for maybe like a week, maybe 2 weeks. And then I'd have to like order a pizza and eat a bunch of chocolate to satisfy my cravings, right? And have these binge eating episodes. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You can fit this fitness stuff into your life in a sustainable way for the long run. You don't have to cancel all your social outings. You don't have to be like this hermit that, again, eats out of Tupperware all day. Nothing like this, right? And once you learn about calories and macros and how this nutrition stuff works, you'll be able to do that. Now, part of the issue here is these people say, oh, you got to eat healthy foods only, bro. I eat chicken, rice, broccoli all day. I bring my own canned tuna to the restaurant, bro. Like, no, take that thought out the window. We don't listen to those people. These people are putting a train of thought on us that will serve us horrifically in the long run. And I know that because it's literally what I did. And I never was able to sustain it. And 99% of people I know can't sustain that lifestyle. You know, it's frankly, unless you're like a professional bodybuilder or something, it's a horrific way to live, right? So we can reach our goal and still enjoy life. And we'll be able to do that once we understand the calories and macros and that whole equation, right? Now, next thing I remember is I would be like laying down on my bed up until like 2, 3 a.m., just like scrolling on my phone and like either watching some random stuff or like getting ready to jack off, to be honest. Like this was my life. Like I didn't have, and I had a lot more bad habits back then. Now, you know, I'm more disciplined. I still have some bad habits, but I'm more disciplined now. And the point I'm trying to make here is I would do that and then go to sleep, Lord knows at what time, and then wake up again, Lord knows at what time, right? I had no tracking of my sleep whatsoever. And sleep is something I still struggle with. It's something I'm definitely working day by day to improve. But I'm in a much better place now than I was before when it comes to sleep, right? And even if you only like say you don't care about any of the mental benefits from sleep, you just care about the physical benefits. If you read some of the research out there on sleep, like it is crazy how many physical and mental benefits there are to sleep. But again, if you only care about the looking good aspect, sleeping more, sleeping properly has been linked to increased muscle mass and reduced body fat gain, which is like literally all we want, right? And then when you consider all the mental benefits on top, it really is a no-brainer to take your sleep seriously. So that's point number 3. Track your sleep. Make sure you're sleeping properly. It'll make a huge, huge difference, right? Now, I just want to end this video off by saying, hey, be kind to yourself throughout this process. This is not an easy process whatsoever, right? I remember when I started my fitness journey, for basically only for one reason. I was extremely, like deeply, like literally I cannot emphasize enough how insecure I was about my face, my physique, and literally like every physical aspect about myself, right? And at that time I had like a non-existent dating life all throughout elementary school, high school, college, right? So I was always just trying to scratch that itch because I'd never gotten attention from girls. I was trying to get it. And I thought, oh, if I have an aesthetic physique, then I'll be able to get that attention. And that's what kind of set me on this path, right? And it was tough. And I can tell you from being in that place, I still struggle with insecurities, of course, much less so than I did before. But I can tell you from being in that place of deep, deep insecurities, right? It literally was like a living hell. And that might be an understatement. If you're in a similar place, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's really not a nice place to be in mentally, right? So I understand how difficult it is, and truly be kind to yourself throughout this process. And if I can, I've been on the self-improvement stuff for like 4 or 5 years now. And if I can point to one thing which I can say truly changed my life, had the biggest impact, bar none, is fitness. Fitness is the reason that I actually look in the mirror and I feel, again, I still have my insecurities. I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect, but I feel significantly better than I did before. And fitness is the only reason I'm at the point in life where I am now, where I have a well-paying job now as well. Fitness was the catalyst that started it all. I truly believe if it wasn't for fitness, I wouldn't have the well-paying job. Definitely wouldn't feel as much better about myself than I do compared to before. And then that's just a few of the positives. There's many other positives that I could go on for days about, right? So fitness, it's no understatement to say fitness changed my life, right? And I truly believe this will change yours. This is going to be one of the most worthwhile paths in your life. I truly believe that. All right. So again, Be kind to yourself, trust the process, and you'll get to your goal physique in no time. Now, I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine you take this advice, you run with it, and your dating apps and all the social media apps are blowing up. You're getting all the attention you ever wanted, right? And that's a vain goal, right? Fair enough, but I think there's nothing wrong with vain goals, right? If that's the itch you want to scratch, then and that's what motivates you to get into the gym every day, no problem. And I just want you to imagine for a second that your self-esteem and confidence in yourself is improving day by day by day. You look in the mirror and, you maybe have a moment, you look in the mirror, you're like, damn, I look good, and you feel a lot better about yourself, right? About how you physically look. Imagine that. And that's the path you're on. Hey, keep working hard. I believe in you, but frankly, what I believe doesn't matter. What you believe matters. So I hope you believe in yourself too. And that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to the next level in life. So please come join the community. I'll leave my Instagram, TikTok somewhere here. I'll also leave it in the description. Please do follow there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.